What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am going to be doing an eyeshadow palette declutter. It is time to declutter. I know people love declutters. Now I can't guarantee how many palettes I'm going to declutter, but it really is time to declutter my eyeshadow palette collection. There's a lot of palettes that I don't use. I feel like my makeup style has definitely changed. So we're gonna get into it. All of the eyeshadow palettes I do declutter, I'm just gonna put them on my Poshmark. There's a lot of older limited edition palettes I have in my collection. But yeah, without further ado, let's get started with this eyeshadow palette declutter. Alright, so we're gonna start off with this drawer. I'm just gonna move all of my mirrors. This is like literally where I just keep my mirrors. I need to clean them, so I've been told. First off, I will say I am not getting rid of any of my Beauty Bay palettes. Like, no, not doing it. Not getting rid of my Beauty Bay palettes. But I do want to take a look at my Juvia's Place palettes because I don't really pull from a lot of these. Like, these are all of the 6-pan palettes, and I don't usually go for 6-pan palettes, to be honest. Let me zoom in for y'all. I don't usually go for 6-pan palettes, so that is... Oh, wait a second though. This is pretty. Ooh, I'm gonna keep this one. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this one because it's cute, but oh, the mauve is one of my favorites. I like the Vanessa one. Keep that. I am gonna declutter the blushed one. This is the blushed rose palette, so I'm gonna declutter. Nubian Royal. Ooh, I love me some purples. I feel like I would keep this palette just for the purples, but then again, I already have purple palettes. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one. All right, Nubian Glow. This is different as well. I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. I don't really pull from it. I don't see myself pulling from it in the future, so I'm gonna declutter. The Violets palette, I'm also gonna go ahead and get rid of. This isn't my favorite purple palette in my collection, so I'm gonna declutter. We have the Bronze Rustic. This is so pretty. I feel like I need to keep that. This one is cute for spring, so I'm gonna keep. Berries. I'm gonna also go ahead and declutter the berries. And then lastly, I have the chocolates, which I'm also gonna declutter. So out of all of those, I'm just keeping these 5 palettes from Juvia's for the 6 pans because I like the color stories. This is just my Beauty Bay palettes. This is my Beauty Bay palettes here. I do have an eyeshadow palette collection video. If y'all are curious, I will link that in a card or put that in the description so you guys can have it. I am definitely keeping my Kaleidos palette, okay? I love this palette. It's so freaking beautiful. Definitely check out my video on this palette. It's gorgeous. Let's see what else we got here. Nomad. I am so new to this brand, but I'm keeping this because I really love how colorful this is, and I loved the formula when I tried it. Oh, okay. Let's look at my Lunar Beauty palette. I'm so drawn to his new palette, but I just haven't gotten it yet. I don't know what I'm waiting for, but Strawberry Dream. I like this one. I like it, but do I need it is the question. I think, ooh, this, I would keep it just for the shade, but I don't know if that's a reason to keep a palette, especially because I feel like my new Kaleidos palette has a shade like this, but then I mean, oh, these are pretty though. These are pretty. Geez, okay, this is so hard. This is gonna be a maybe. Moonspell palette, I just really love this palette. I think it's beautiful for the fall, and I get a lot of use out of it for the fall, so I'm gonna keep. Eternal Eclipse. Ooh, I really like this one to say it's really sultry. It's different. I'm gonna keep. The Dominique Cosmetics Transition palette. This is a really beautiful palette, honestly, of like neutral, so I'm gonna keep it. Then I have these two. What is this? Oh, the Juvia's Place Wahala 2 palette. I'm actually gonna go ahead and declutter this one. It's just a bunch of blues. It's not my favorite. There's a lot of pressed glitters. The only shade in here, like this is like a duochrome shade, which I love. Oh my gosh. But do I need it for that? No. Or is that like a trio chrome? I don't know, but I don't think I need this palette for this. Honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one. I do love the Wahala though. This is like such a pretty palette, so I'm gonna keep it. But yeah, let's see. ColourPop 30 pan palettes. Bare Necessities, mine is so dirty, which tells you a lot. It means I really, really love this palette. Gone Matte, totally keeping So Jaded, keeping Stone Cold. It's all good. Wow. I think it is time for me to part ways with this one. I don't get a lot of use out of this palette. It's such a pretty color story, don't get me wrong, but I don't get a lot of use out of it. Wow, I am being so ruthless. Wow, okay, we are decluttering. Are we decluttering? We're gonna declutter. We're gonna declutter. Or maybe should we put this in the maybe? I don't know. Maybe. Let's go into the maybe pile. It's all good. Keeping. Smoke and Roses. Totally keeping. Hello. Love it. Back here, I have all of my Norvina palettes, which I'm keeping. We have some more Juvia's Place palettes, which I do want to look through. And take a look. The Warrior, I love this one. I'm keeping. Warrior 2, keeping. Warrior 3. Tribe, I'm keeping. The Saharan Volume 2. I'm going to go ahead and declutter. Zulu, declutter. And then the Festival, let's see. Festival, I'm also going to declutter this one. I'm honestly getting rid of palettes that I don't use anymore. I do feel like I keep a lot of palettes just because I like to have, for the same brand, just to have like that palette collection of that brand. But I don't want to do that because, yeah, I'm not using them. They're just taking up space. So I just have my Made by Mitchell palette right here. I'm going to keep it. It's not my favorite eyeshadow formula, but I like the colors. I'm going to keep the Carnival 3 palette. I'm also going to keep this. Love it. And then the Antidote palette I'm also going to keep because this is like my fall baby. I love this palette for the fall time, so I am definitely keeping. Cannot wait to play with this fall. All right, so I just have this little palette from Kaleidos. This is new that they sent to me in PR. I haven't gotten a chance to like create eye looks with, so I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to this. These are just cake liner palettes from Midas Cosmetics. I'm keeping that. Jaclyn Hill Divine Neutrals palette with Morphe. I'm gonna also keep this because it is a really nice neutral palette to have. My ColourPop Your Golden palette. I'm gonna also keep this because it is a really pretty summer palette. I feel like it's a beautiful palette to take on vacation, so I am gonna go ahead and keep this. And then I just have some Morphe palettes. I have my 2 Jaclyn Hill palettes from Morphe I'm keeping. Then I have the Mickey Mouse palette. I'm still holding on to this. I don't know why. This is like Morphe's collab with Disney Mickey Mouse, and I really want to keep it just because I don't know. I liked it. I'm gonna keep it. I like it. That is it for this drawer right here. All right, y'all already know about this drawer. This is where I keep my Glamlight palette collection, but also some storage stuff in case I need it. I don't think I'm decluttering any of my Glamlight palettes. I've kind of decluttered Glamlight as I go, but nothing I really want to declutter. I really love all of my Glamlight palettes. This is my drawer of like higher end palettes, I guess. What do I want to declutter in this drawer? I don't feel like there's anything. I kind of like to declutter along the way, but yeah. So I am keeping all of my Huda palettes. The only one I probably could declutter is this one. But I love the shimmers in here. I just love how creamy the shimmers are in this palette. Oh, I only keep this palette just for the cream shimmers. I feel like Huda needs to come out with this formula and more of her palettes. Like, how can I get rid of that? I feel like that's stunning. It literally feels like I cannot get rid of this palette. Okay, no, this is staying. I love that palette. All right, let's see. What is this? Oh, this is like my palette that I kind of like made with, well, stuff. Okay, not that. Okay, let's see. The only palette so far that I feel like I could get rid of is, ooh, you guys are probably gonna be so mad at me, but the Amrezy palette. I bought this, I was so excited, and I just never used this palette. And I always say, I'm going to use it, I'm gonna use it, and then do I end up using it? No. But look at that shimmer though. I need to keep this. I was just thinking about getting rid of it, but I'm not gonna get rid of it. I am gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. And then if I don't use it by the next time I feel like I want to declutter, then it has to go. But I'm keeping it. My Jackie Aina palette is literally my favorite. Okay, this like comes with me just about everywhere. I love it. So I'm keeping my Jackie Aina palette, never decluttering. But yeah, and I do have some Huda palettes in here, like the Wild Obsession palettes. I will go ahead and get rid of the khaki palette though. I don't need this. I'm gonna get rid of it. Moving on to ColourPop palettes. Honestly, I don't really feel like decluttering ColourPop right now. I feel like I could declutter some of these. I declutter this one. This one is the In a Trance. Baby Got Peach, I'm also gonna declutter from ColourPop. I'll zoom in, I'll declutter that. I'm gonna also get rid of the Making Mauves palette. Don't use it, I only kept it for the shimmers. That, I'm gonna keep those. Keeping Cloud Spun, I like this one. It's not, yeah, I like, I'm gonna get rid of Cloud Spun. Also gonna get rid of Meant to Be. Keeping That's Taupe maybe? Should I keep That's Taupe? I'm gonna keep That's Taupe. On Cloud Blue I love, I love. Love, cannot get rid of it. Going Coconuts, I never really used, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this one. I know people love this one, but it's not my favorite. It's more cool toned, and I don't need it, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. Let's see. Keeping, this one I'm keeping, just to have a nice little orange moment. All right, this is what I'm left with. Let's see how this one looks. Oh, I'm gonna keep, that's cute. Limoncello, I'm gonna declutter. I'm gonna declutter that. Keeping all of these. I love all of these. I cannot get rid of them, especially because they're like classics. I just can't. Keeping, Main Squeeze. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of Main Squeeze. Wine and Only I love, which is why I'm keeping this. This one has more depth. This has just more everything than Main Squeeze, so I'm gonna keep this one. But I think that's it for the ColourPop drawer. These are like staples, not getting rid of. I low-key could declutter this Powerpuff Girls palette. I'm gonna declutter the Powerpuff Girls palette. We are keeping everything else. All right, guys, so that is it for today's video. The eyeshadow palette declutter is complete. I hope you all enjoyed this video. It was something for me. I never thought I'd get rid of some of these palettes that I got rid of, but I did. Wow, that's crazy. But that is it for today's video. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, guys.